All right. So I'm going to be doing the Alfred machine in that room from TryHackMe as part of their offensive learning path. We have just started up the machine. I have the IP address here, and let me create a directory for me to work in with that. I am connected to their VPN, but I need to create a directory Alfred, and I'll go ahead and actually create a README that I could use to take notes. So we'll add a big header here. I'll just include my name and the date. Now we've broken into September 3rd, 2021. And we'll export. I was going to set PS1 to that. That's my bad. I was going to set my prompt. We just want it to be the IP address. Octomini is asking, hey, what language do you usually like to code in? Python, and why? Yes, Python is normally my weapon of choice. It is a hacker's language, easy to read, easy to write. I know kind of a decent amount of the syntax or libraries that I should be using. So the first question asked, hey, what is the... What? Oh, God, I was using make directory. Did I just create... No, make directory nmap, please. And now run nmap, please. The first question was asking, hey, how many ports are open, looking only at TCP. So I just started with an nmap scan with that syntax. TAC-SC for default scripts, TAC-SV to enumerate versions, TAC-ON to output in the nmap format, and I stored it in the nmap directory that I just created with an initial file name there and the IP address that I want to use. So let's open that up. Looks like we have port 80 open, port 3389, and 8080. That is currently just 3, but that's not to say there aren't more. We should go ahead and use a TAC-P-TAC to scan all ports just as well. With that said, we can try to use 3 as the answer here, and it looks like that is accepted, so perfect. Let's note that in our README. Just to take note of the answers here. And what's the username and password for the login panel? The format username is password. So I'm assuming there's going to be a login panel on port 80 then, being a web service. Or checking out the other ports, we know there could be one on 8080. There is a disallowed entry here. So let's go ahead and explore what might be on that web service. We'll just activate or access that URL in... Okay. In Firefox here, my web browser, looks like there's a rest in peace Bruce Wayne. Donations to this IP email address are greatly appreciated. I use hit Control U on my keyboard there. Really just to view the source. You can right click and hit view page source if you'd like, but not likely Control U is good for if you're keyboard cowboy, you know. Okay, we have a login. Welcome to Jenkins, username and password. And this is asking, where's the username and password for the login? I don't know. What is the username and password? Will it tell me? There is a robots.txt. This isn't meant to be a walkthrough room, is it not? This is meant to be a challenge room. I'm going to assume, because I'll probably need to leak Jenkins. I don't know why Nightbot was yelling at you. Sorry, dude. Sorry, person, human being, individual. I don't mean to assume, right? We don't want robots to click build links. That's weird. Should we use like Hydra to brute force this? Should I be using Ferox Buster to try and hammer this thing? Let's try to do that. I have Ferox Buster. Opt Ferox Buster? Yeah. Ferox Buster. So I need a URL here. So I'll slap in that. And it needs a word list. So attack word list. Ops. I should use sec lists. Discovery, web content. Let's use Raft. What is Raft? let's use small. Yeah. Small files. And because I'm in running Windows, Windows is my up against case sensitivity doesn't matter. So I don't need to use lowercase to specify those. I had a question. Hey, what's the difference between Feroxbuster and GoBuster? GoBuster is written in Go. Feroxbuster is written in Rust. Truthfully, I really like Feroxbuster because it is recursive by default and has a lot of beautiful colors. And I don't know. That gets a lot. It'll just burn through and carve through stuff. You can specify other extensions or things you might want to look through. So I could start that scan, but I don't know if I'm actually going to get anywhere, truthfully. Is it faster than GoBuster? It is in my opinion. I think it is, truthfully. Looks like it was kind of done burning through that. Let's try 8080 and see if we can find anything else in there. Oh, goodness. Lots of 403s. That's a crap ton of 403s. Can I ignore something? How do I tell Feroxbuster to ignore? Let's go to help, please. Filter lines. Filter up messages in particular. Filter status. Filter status. That's it. Text C. Okay. So let's use tax C 403. There we go. Now we found favicon and robots, but probably nothing else. I'm going to assume we have to deal with some other things. Let's get to 8080 one more time, and let's actually view the source on this Jenkins server. Maybe it will leak a version number or anything interesting. How about if I search for Jenkins? Control F, Jenkins. Welcome to Jenkins. Jenkins. That's it. Doesn't exactly tell me anything else. Am I supposed to know a username and password from something? Am I supposed to do like SQL injection? Is it supposed to be Bruce Wayne? Weird. Try Jenkins default password. That's a fair assessment too, yeah. Jenkins default password. What would be the Jenkins default password? Admin password? Is it literally that easy? I want to die. Nope. How about admin? That's spinning. That's loading. Cellophane is like, I could tell you, but I'd have to, you know. Okay, admin is the username and password. Didn't have to use any Hydra. Didn't have to do anything. I'm totally cool with it. I gotta admit. Thanks, guys. Let's save that one. Find a feature of the tool that allows you to execute commands in the underlying system. When you find this feature, you can use this command to get the reverse shell on your machine. Okay, they want you to use Nishang. We should use Empire. That would be kind of fun. Let's try and mess with that, I think. Maybe we can just get Empire working. But we need to first figure out how to run commands. So, manage Jenkins. Oh, dear God. Configure system. Manage plugins. Jenkins CLI. Access manage Jenkins from your shell or from a shell script. Script console. Execute arbitrary script. Some of those sound suspicious. A Jenkins CLI looks like a tool, but ooh. Script console is a groovy thing to execute code. Okay, so groovy execute shell command. Print ls execute.txt. Well, that's not exactly gonna give us output, is it? No. Cannot run program dir. Why? Who am I? Oh, yeah, that got a result. Alfred Bruce. Okay. Can I run PowerShell taxi echo hello? Can I run PowerShell code? Please. Pretty please. This is taking a long time. Okay, seriously, what the heck? Why is that taking such a long time? Wait. I literally just told you to echo hello. That's it. Run. Maybe it doesn't like PowerShell. Oh, I'm supposed to apparently use PowerShell. Oh. Can I use taxi who am I? How about that? What is going on? Maybe you don't need taxi. Maybe it's getting upset about that. Please. What did I do? Why did I kill the thing? Does it just not like PowerShell? Literally, who am I worked just fine. What are you doing? All right. Is that literally, does it just run code on its own? PowerShell, who am I? No, that is like, I don't know what the heck you're talking about, you stupid idiot. Groovy, execute code. Do you think SH would work? Like, is SH Groovy syntax, Sarmad? What? Yeah, Shirt TTV says, hey, looks like the instructions are telling you to use a PowerShell download cradle to upload and exploit a shell. I agree. But how am I going to end up getting a proper PowerShell command to run? Like, because it looks like this is running a Groovy script to execute code for Jenkins. Sarmat is saying, hey, this is the pipeline script if you're using Groovy, but you kind of need a node to execute it on. Well, we were just seeing whoami.execute work. Oh, maybe I need to print line this, and that would behave. They reference the .text in that, but something really weird happens there. PowerShell tech command, who am I? The master is maybe Linux? Well, we know this is running Windows. Maybe trying to get the output of PowerShell commands is a bad idea. Maybe we should just, like, we could ping, right? We could go ahead and try and ping something. Let's sudo. Well, so what is my IP address right now? IPAS ton 0. this thing? Windows will stop pinging after 3 ICMP request attempts. So let's look for ICMP requests on our ton0 interface. And let's see if we can ping my IP address. We don't need to display this stupid thing. We just need to execute this. Okay, I see the ping requests coming through. So we know we are running commands. Question is, can I do that with PowerShell? Add the PowerShell prefix. I'll clear this so it's a little bit more easy to see. And that does come through. Cool. Bronx is saying, oh, can you use it like this? That looks like kind of a list form. I think you could. I don't know. I guess I'm not sure. I don't know if that would do what we would want, though. I think what we have right now will work for us. Let's get shady and try to use Empire. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hop into opt Empire, and let's use poetry run empire.py. I need to use Python to reference that, and then that needs to run as a server. Cool. This should at least give us... can you explain what is Empire? Absolutely, my friend. So Empire, I am just trying to get myself familiar with. Empire is a post-exploitation framework that was originally part of... I forget. I think it was his own project. Yeah, Empire project. But then BC Security took it over. It's a post-exploitation framework that includes a pure PowerShell Windows agent, a Python 3 Linux or Mac OS agent, and C# agents. It's the merger of previous PowerShell Empire and Python Empire projects. Framework offers cryptologically secure communication and flexible architecture. Basically, it is like Metasploit Meterpreter, kind of. It's like Covenant, kind of. It's like Cobalt Strike, kind of. And other like command and control frameworks. It's super cool. It's super neat. So now that I've set up an Empire team server with this command, sorry, I don't know if that was a decent explanation for you, Octomany. I realize I just kind of said a lot of similes. I don't know if you're familiar with those things, so forgive me. But now that we've set up the Empire team server, we can connect to it locally. Let me know if you need me to fill that in a little bit more, Octomany. You should check out Sliver in your free time. Yes, I was just actually looking at Sliver because at least I was seeing some conversations about it because it hasn't been detected all that well for Golang and Linux environments. I remember Florian Roth, another researcher, was chatting about it like, dude, no one is picking up on this thing. So I think that would be... we should play with Sliver. We genuinely should. I don't know why Nightbot is yelling at you. Oh, it's the stupid links. Don't worry about it. Empire.py client. Welcome to the Empire. I think Empire's pretty badass. So now we're connected to localhost. We need to set up a listener. What listeners do I already have? I'm still running client server, but I want to remove that. Could I kill a listener? Yeah. Let's set up a new one. Let's use listener HTTP and let's see if this works. It's gonna bind to 000 and use host that 9001 because the port I set to 9001. Do you think that's the right? I feel like I should be using my own IP for the tunnel. So let's set host to HTTP that thing 9001 to correct that. Let's try that. Yep. Okay, so we have that set. And now let's execute and run that listener. So he's started up. So ideally, let's use a stager now. Oh, I guess it's back, right? Sorry. Let's use a stager and whatever we would like. I think HTA might work just fine for us. If we tell it to use our new listener that we just created, it will use, set listener to HTTP, which is the one that we just set. And then if I were to execute it, it should give us a disgusting, horrible PowerShell payload to execute. So I wonder, this is just an experiment, if I were to let Jenkins try and run that, would we see the agent callback? Shirt TV is chatting. The bad thing now is those payloads get deflagged by Defender on an updated system. Are you referring to Empire Shirt TV, or are you referring to Sliver right now? Oh yeah, Empire in general. Yeah, I know. Empire. Being PowerShell, like, you have a little bit of edgy stuff, but you also don't. I'm assuming we aren't going to have Defender on this box, but hopefully very, very soon we'll get to some good ones that we are up against an AV, and they'll give us new problems to solve. But let's see. This is an experiment. I have no idea if this will work. Run. Oh, we did it. That's awesome. Oh, that's stinking awesome. We actually have the agent call back in. Nice. Okay. So we can interact with that agent defined by that there. And now we could do really interesting stuff. First of all, let's find out what we need to do. They were trying to use a PowerShell reverse shell with Nashang. We took it one step further and used Empire. Now we need to know what the user.txt flag is. All right, so we can run shell commands, right? Nice and easy. So I can tell I'm using the user Bruce. So I'm going to try and type out user Bruce desktop user.txt, which is the standard path where these would be. It looks like it got the results just fine. So that is that flag. And let's save that nice and easy. Too easy. You guys are right, man. Too easy. Easy peasy. Hopefully we'll get to some hardcore challenging stuff super soon, but you guys all know this. Now, let's make privilege escalation easier by switching to a Meterpreter shell. Okay, so they tried to use Meterpreter. Oh, dear God. The final size the exe payload? I don't want to do that. I guess I kind of have to. Can you not use Empire and OSCP? I mean, that makes sense. Not gonna lie. I'll be honest. Let's temporarily get into temp so I can generate this thing. And it wants shell. Port can be 444. IP can be 10.0.0.17, even though it's not my right port. I just want to be able to get the bytes that this thing needed. 381. Is that what it's asking for? EXE payload, so 73802. We saw that earlier. Submit. Not even going to use this because we already have the Empire agent. Now that we have initial access, let's use token impersonation. Oh, you can't use Meterpreter or Metasploit in OSCP either? Oh yeah, I mean, you can use Meterpreter once. Yeah, and Metasploit once, from what I remember. All right, so Let's read through this for the folks that might not be familiar. Now that we have initial access, let's use token impersonation to gain system access. Windows uses tokens to ensure that accounts have right privileges to access and carry out particular actions. Account tokens are assigned to an account when a user logs in or they're authenticated, usually done by LSAS. Think of that as an authentication process. The access tokens consist of user SIDs, group SIDs, and privileges, and other things. You can find out more information with further reading, and there are two types of access tokens. There's primary access token, those are associated with a user account that are generated on login, and impersonation tokens. These impersonation tokens allow a particular process or a thread in a process to temporarily gain access to resources using the token of another user or client process. So we can sort of become that other individual or impersonate them, right? For an impersonation token, there are different levels. There's security anonymous, identification, impersonation, and delegation. This says, okay, anonymous cannot impersonate it. Identification can get the identity, but can impersonate it. And impersonation itself can impersonate the client on the local system. And delegation means they can impersonate the other individual on a remote system. Privileges of an account, which are either given to an account used to carry out particular actions. Some of the most commonly abused privileges are SC impersonate privileges, to be able to impersonate anything else, sign primary, TCB backup, restore, etc. SC debug privilege and take ownership can do a lot of damage. A lot more reading here if you want to check those out. View all the privileges that we have using whoami/priv. This I've actually seen be kind of annoying. Whoami/priv never seemed to display something for me when I was previously in Empire. It would tell me just the username and nothing else. If you guys ever know that, is there a better way to do that? I don't know if Empire will let me get into like a hardcore. Let's try it. Let's Google around and learn. Empire shell, whoami/priv. Give me just a moment to take a swig of a drink here. Okay. Seriously, why does Empire not let us do that? Net user Bruce, you think that'll show it? Does that show what privileges we have? I don't think it does. It doesn't look like it does. There might be a better way to check out your privileges. Windows, view user privileges. Net local group membership admins. Oh. You think he's already administrator? I mean, yeah. Could we just straight go into... Okay. Do you think we could just like look at the admins directory? Oh, sorry. That needs to be... He is an administrator's. Why does it always do that? Oh, he doesn't have one. Weird. Where is the root flag gonna be? Is there a root flag? Oh, it's at C Windows System 32 config. Okay. We would definitely need to become system for that, I think. Windows System 32 config root.txt. He's already in the admin group. Will he just read that? No. Could he dir that file? That folder? What the Theoretically. Maybe we just should have done this in Meterpreter. No, let's use module. Let's try and get system. Here. Let's use module privesc. And there should be a decent amount, right? Print Nightmare, this is actually, which I love about him. They included my proof of concept with the one that I wrote with Caleb. If we try and get system on the agent, let's see if that will work. Let's go ahead and execute. Let's see if it will succeed. Because we have the impersonation token, supposedly. There we go. Running as system now. And it just handled pretty much everything for us. That's the benefit of Empire, really. Hey there, Blackie Dev. Love from India. Thank you so much. Well, oh, I'm not interacting with the agent. Yeah, yeah. The chat's like, oh, well, now it's owned. Or it should be system at this point. Yeah. Okay. So let's shell this thing and see if it exists now. Why? What the fuck? Where is this root flag supposed to be? I'm literally system. Is it TXR for some reason? Those are all directories. Am I doing this wrong? Well, so Espo Dead Beef, and forgive me if I'm ruining your name, ESP Dead Beef. I don't see a administrator's directory, which is really weird. There's Bruce and public, but I don't get it. Yeah. I don't know why. Yep. /priv. Read the root text file. Let's see Windows System 32 config. It's not there. Either do this by dropping into a shell or using the interpreter command. It's not there. So when I dir see Windows System 32 config, that's when I get this journal, regback, system profile, txr, all of which are directories. You think it's a hidden file, maybe? We can use /a, but then it still would have been red. Oh, you're stupid. Can I use PowerShell to dir attack force that? Maybe? Yeah. No, there's nothing there. There's literally nothing there. Is it just in System 32? Yeah. I know ESP is extended in... well, ESP is the stack pointer, right? Not the instruction pointer. Is it... that's EIP. That's kind of frustrating, not gonna lie. Do you think it's just in... TXR or something? Or system profile? There's nothing in those directories? They just not exist? What the fuck? I want my money back. I want to talk to the manager. I want my free education back. Not gonna lie, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I might just kind of look at the write-ups just so I could, just so I can know where this is supposed to be. Everyone's like, no Metasploit. Yeah, we did it with Empire. Are people gonna get angry at me if I look at the write-ups after I've completely gotten system on this? maybe restart it? Well, what the funk? Yeah, it's supposed to be there and it's just not. That's such a bummer. That's extremely a bummer. Well, Shirt TV is saying you might need to revert it. Someone might have deleted it. Don't you get a private? Don't you get a dedicated room? You get a dedicated machine, don't you? Oh, you guys, you keep obscuring your flags. But little did you know that I really want the flag. They use incognito? Like like its own. That's kind of slick. This is why it's good to read write-ups, because you will run into things that you hadn't seen before. Are you paying for THM? You get a private machine? Yeah, I'm subscribed, I believe. So. Well, we totally don't have a root flag, which is a super bummer. And I don't think there's a whole lot I can do about it. Should we revert it? Do you really think we should? Just for the sake of have you tried the app of XT? That can land you a rev shell without arguments. Check the recycle bin. Can I enable RDP? I think it's already enabled, is it not? Sorry. Yeah, RDP would be enabled. Can I use Mimikatz? How do I use Mimikatz in... yeah, just do it. I don't know how to do it in Empire. I've never done it before. I've never done it in yeah, LSA dump, you think? Well, I probably have to migrate to some like actually important process. I don't know if this will actually return anything or not, but I would like to turn RDP on. Well, I mean, it already is on, but then I could just go check the recycle bin naturally, because is that a thing? CD C colon, I mean, I guess so, backslash recycle.bin. I would need to try and run that with a shell command. Oh, you jerks. Oh, I need to interact with the agents. I don't know if that will get anything or not. It needs a backslash for the stupid dollar signs. We're dumpster diving here, guys. Are you stinking? I don't want you to literally interpret. Yeah, maybe you could try and actually get a shell, you stupid idiot, John. Stop trying to use Empire, you fool. I follow. We do have upload functionality, right? Can I actually change directory? What is credentials? Is that supposed to be the things that, like, Empire is stored? Yeah. Okay. Let's upload shell 555. Well, I need to know what directory it is. Yeah, interact first. Gosh, you guys, you're telling me I'm an idiot. CD is not a thing, though. They don't, because you can't, you're not in a actual reverse shell. You upload local directory destination file name. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and upload NFS, CTFs, TryHackMe, Alfred. Well, realistically, we put it in Steel Mountain. Oh, you're also a genius. Just fucking change Bruce's passwords. That's significantly easier. We'll make it have a good password policy. Yeah. All right, cool. Good call. Shirt. The shirt TV. Should have done that all along. You fool. Yeah, man. Let's connect to it and let's get to Alfred. Alfred. No. Well, now he is not the... Oh, okay. Let me out, please. Alfred is not a... Well, he's in the administrators group. He should be able to totally do it. What's up with the resolution here, guys? What is happening? Can you let me out? I don't want to be here anymore. Let me out. Oh, dear God. Right click, run as administrator? No! Run as administrator. Yeah! See, you just needed to bypass UAC all along. You can probably barely see anything about this. I don't know if that's remotely visible or not. The file's not going to be here. What? What? Oh, I needed to just type. I don't understand. I genuinely don't understand. Am I stupid? That's possible. It's very possible that I'm stupid. Ninja file. But why does it not show? Like none of these showed. Do I still need to be Bruce, just like running as the admin or something? No. The TryHackMe room told me that I was supposed to be anti-authority system. Which I was. I don't understand. Even though you have a high privilege token, you may not have actually had the permissions of a privileged user. But our system. Ensure that you migrate to a process with correct permissions. Above questions answer. The safest process to pick is the services. So, if I were to migrate, would I for some reason then suddenly be able to see this shit? Where's services.exe? Where's lsas.exe? Where's anything? I want something sketchy. Oh, there's lsas. 676. Let's just ps inject into 676. Oh, I need to give it the listener. So then we should move into that agent. Okay. Theoretically. I'm still going to be anti-authority system, correct? And then shell dir. Yeah, an inpone. I've been hanging out. I've been staying up late. I don't know. I've been trying to do some Twitch streaming. You want to just try to type it on its own? That, when we tried it earlier, just didn't work. Look, empty line, which is super weird. Empire is pretty slick, but I am just so taken aback that it's not displaying this. I don't understand. So, what if so you can use a script command, right? And this is going to end up doing like PowerShell things. Let's dir c Windows System 32 config. I think that will work as PowerShell, like as a thing to do. If you check out help, the shell will execute a shell command, but script command will execute and the currently written PowerShell thing. I know the slashes are the wrong way, but that shouldn't make a difference, should it? Or maybe it freaking might. Not gonna lie, because when you're using it on DOS, like within the command prompt, it does it. Do I need backslashes within Empire? Do I need like double backslashes within Empire? If this returns it, I'm gonna be livid. Okay. Okay. Honkin' Waffle says the only Empire I can find on GitHub is archived. Yes, if you are looking at Empire Project Empire, that one is archived. It was maintained and now continued and carried on by BC Security. So BC Tax Security / Empire. That's what you're looking for there, Honkin' Waffles. What should we just like leave this be? Like, I have no idea why we can't see this. Maybe we could download the file. Maybe we can download. Yeah, I want to know why it doesn't work either. Config root.txt. Will that work? File does not exist or cannot be accessed. What if I correct the backslashes? File does not exist or cannot be accessed. What the fudge? Am I in the new migrated process? I'm supposed to be. You're saying use PowerShell to list the directory? So that, I guess we could use shell PowerShell. Who am I? Does that actually execute it like that? I think it might. Yes. If I could freaking type. Why? Why? I could bypass UAC, but like, yeah, can I rev to self? I'm not. Whoa! Why am I? Why am I still Bruce? You're exactly right. Wait a second. Are we running PowerShell as Bruce? Are we running shell commands as Bruce? What are we? Maybe this is just my... Yeah, I think when we run shell commands, we're starting like a sub process or something. That's got to be it. Can I show all agents? I mean, we only have one agent right now. Thinking that we're Bruce. Maybe, you know what? So if we were to shell who am I, like you're suggesting. Oh, I'm gonna need to interact again. Shell thinks we're a system. PowerShell does not. We could use that giant PowerShell's drunk. PowerShell's gonna think that we're still Bruce, though. Oh, you're gonna get weird. You're an annoying thing. You know what? You know what? You know what? Like, clearly, using Empire was a bad idea, I guess. Well, it gave us some kind of cool access though, and it made the impersonation super easy. You just get system. I mean, realistically, you could do the same with Metasploit, I think. I don't know if we. I don't even know if I still know. Honkin' Waffle and saying at least now we know why. I don't even know if I do. So, let's here. Before I totally like give up on my life, let me try and use the same PowerShell stager that we had previously as this new system account. So we'll interact with the original agent. When we ran shell who am I, we thought that we were NT authority system. So if I try and have the shell run this, we should have a new agent call back as purely NT authority system. Ideally, like that's the hope. Yep. Okay. So now we have agents and we, oh, what? Oh, because it ran PowerShell. Oh my gosh. You want to try, we could use the get child item path like you're suggesting, but my fear is that we still end up running PowerShell as Bruce and not system, and we don't maintain the same access that we had. Like, oh, we'll certainly do it, but yeah, dir is just an alias for get child item. If this doesn't work, I want to put it away. Are you getting the same results not using PowerShell? Yes. This PowerShell command doesn't want to do anything, apparently. No, we're doing a TryHackMe machine. Skadoosh McPherson. We're just goofing off with Empire right now, honestly. Try the bypass UAC module? So we could, but Empire thinks that we're still... Empire thinks that we're still anti-authority system. Oh, sorry. You need to set a listener just as well. California, welcome. Thanks for coming to hang out for a bit. But John, why Empire? I mean, I just wanted to play with it. Shirt was saying, dude, we should use Sliver. So maybe we should play with Sliver after this. But it's like 1:30 in the morning, so I'm probably gonna wind this down pretty soon. And we're recording for way too long. For the sake of, you know, tying up loose ends, we really gotta submit this thing. Jeez. Nightwielder, does dir/c root find it somehow? We could try it. Does dir/q show permissions? Are you using Nightwielder? God. Empire is so weird when you're trying to just run regular commands. Like it messes stuff up because it's trying to parse the arguments and like what you pass along. I think so. There should be a space there, I think. No? Anyway. Would this happen if we were... Do I have to work tomorrow, or are they giving you a long weekend, JH? Oh, I'm working tomorrow. Why don't you have subs turned on, is the question. I don't have Twitch affiliate or Twitch partner yet. I'm trying to work my way up there. So I need your help. THM, Steel Mountain. Complete. And it was called shell5555.exe, right? Well, let's put it in C Windows tasks. Does that even work? Oh, dear God. Now I don't even know if... Why won't you tell me? I didn't put it there. Yeah, I'll have a partner hopefully soon. It's just a matter of, yeah. Question, do I work for Parsons? No. I played a lot of Parsons Capture the Flag when they would have some live in-person games. So I have the blue shirt of this, what I was wearing yesterday, I think, and a red shirt of this. But I don't work for Parsons. But Nick over there, Nicholas Jackson, is a super cool guy. Blue-haired dude. He's super smart. Yeah. Yeah. I am at the end of my rope, guys. I'll be completely honest with you. I don't know why our upload command isn't working. I don't know why our dir command isn't working. Did we lose our agent? Yeah, we lost one of them. The original one has now died. So, that's it. We can cave. We can call it. We finished this one up. Trying to installing everything. We finished up Alfred, which we had fun with tinkering and playing, but it really didn't need to be all that much.